a certain age, your body stops sending loud alarms. Instead, it gives quiet signals. Tired legs, short breaths, swelling ankles, or rising blood pressure. Maybe you've noticed that your energy fades faster than it used to, or that you're not as steady on your feet as you once were. You've heard the warnings, maybe even felt a little fear. But what if just a few minutes a day, no gym, no equipment, could gently strengthen your heart and protect it? Doctors now say that the best kind of exercise for heart health after 60 is not intense or painful. It's quiet, consistent, made just for the way your body moves today. In this video, we'll explore simple movements used by real people over 60 that have helped lower blood pressure, restore balance, and even reduce medications. You'll hear stories of folks just like you who started small, stayed steady, and now feel more alive than they have in years. This is more than just a guide. It's a way back to feeling safe, strong, and proud in your own skin. So if you care about senior health, healthy aging, and longevity secrets that actually work, stay with us. If you're ready to live healthy after 50, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. And tell us in the comments what's one thing your heart has been quietly asking you for lately. Now let's dive into the first daily movement that could change everything. Subvert 1 brisk walking, one step at a time. The most underestimated heart-saving habit. You've probably heard it before, just walk more. But what most people don't tell you is how powerful that simple act can be for someone over 60. Brisk walking, done daily, isn't just better than sitting. It's one of the most effective ways to lower your blood pressure, reduce your risk of heart attacks, and support healthy aging without side effects. This isn't about running marathons or pushing your body to exhaustion. A steady, moderate-paced walk, just enough to get your heart gently working, can lower systolic blood pressure by up to 10 points. That's not a small shift. That's the kind of improvement that keeps you out of the danger zone and reduces your need for medication. And all it takes is 20 to 30 minutes a day. As we age, the body changes. Circulation slows, muscles tighten, joints ache a little more than they used to. But here's the truth, your heart is still responsive. Brisk walking increases circulation to your legs and back up to your heart. It helps your arteries stay elastic. It brings more oxygen into your lungs and clears out the mental fog that can settle in with too much sitting. But this habit does more than help the numbers. It gives you something back: your independence. The ability to move without fear, the joy of fresh air, even if it's just around your block or down the hallway. And it reconnects you with something most people don't expect: your own rhythm. There's also a hidden enemy that brisk walking quietly fights off: stress. As we get older, stress doesn't leave the body as easily. It lingers in your chest, your head, your muscles. Walking, especially outdoors or even in quiet indoor spaces, lowers stress hormones and calms the nervous system. That mental release lowers your heart's workload in ways that no pill can. A few months ago, we heard from Tom, 76, from Ohio. He said he'd been battling fatigue and high blood pressure for years. Medications helped some, but he still felt like something was missing. His doctor suggested daily walking, nothing fancy, just a brisk walk around his apartment complex. At first, Tom struggled to go 5 minutes without needing a break, but he kept at it. 3 weeks in, he was walking 25 minutes without stopping. At his next checkup, his blood pressure had dropped 12 points. More than that, he said he felt awake for the first time in years. That's the power of a habit built slowly. Brisk walking supports senior health not just by lowering numbers on a chart, but by changing how you feel in your own body. It clears your mind, loosens your joints, reminds you that you're still capable, still strong, still here. And if you think your knees won't handle it, or that it's too late to begin, consider this. You can walk at your own pace. You can take breaks. Even 5 minutes done consistently begins the process. The American Heart Association has confirmed that just 150 minutes of moderate walking per week can reduce the risk of heart disease by nearly 30%. That's a longer life earned one step at a time. Many older adults also report deeper sleep, more stable moods, and fewer sugar crashes after they've built walking into their daily routine. That's because movement helps balance hormones, regulates blood sugar, and improves digestion. All of that adds up to daily habits for longevity, not just heart health, but full body wellness. Walking also fights loneliness. Whether you walk with a neighbor, call a friend while pacing your living room, or simply greet familiar faces along the way, this small act brings connection. That's medicine in its own right. Because being seen, being heard, and being out in the world, even in small doses, helps prevent depression and keeps the spirit strong. Susan, 81 from Arizona, shared her journey with us recently. After her husband passed, she spent months indoors barely moving. Her daughter encouraged her to start walking again. The first few days, she only made it halfway down the street, but now she does 2 loops around her block each morning. She says she smiles more, thinks more clearly, sleeps better. Her doctor cut her medication dose in half. But what matters most to her, she says, I don't feel invisible anymore. That's what walking really gives you, a return to yourself. It's one of the best-kept longevity secrets, simple, free, and designed for the reality of over 60 wellness. No memberships, no machines, just you, your breath, your pace. So if you've been waiting for the right time to start, let this be it. You don't need to go far. You don't need to go fast. You just need to begin. Because the best thing you can do for your senior health today is take one steady, confident step. Chakra 2 chair squats, the second heart in your legs. Sitting and standing sounds simple, but it boosts circulation and confidence. There's a movement so basic we often overlook its power. It's not running, it's not lifting weights, it's simply sitting down and standing back up on purpose with control. And for anyone over 60, this one act might be the most important signal you can send to your body each day. Chair squats gently activate the largest muscles in your body, your thighs and glutes. These muscles are more than just for strength. They work like a second heart. Every time they contract, they help pump blood back toward your chest. That takes pressure off your real heart and keeps your circulation strong. When we sit for too long, the lower body weakens. Muscles shrink, blood flow slows. You may start to feel heavy legs, swollen ankles, or fatigue just from walking across a room. Chair squats reverse that decline. They wake up muscles that have gone quiet and get the blood moving again. That's why they're one of the most powerful natural health for seniors, simple, free, and remarkably effective. Balance is another concern that grows with age. Many falls happen not from big movements, but from small stumbles, getting out of a chair too fast, or not feeling steady enough to stand without grabbing something. When you practice chair squats daily, you train the exact movement that prevents those risky moments. You teach your body how to move with control, how to rise with purpose. And here's the best part. You don't need any equipment, just a sturdy chair in a few minutes. Cross your arms, sit at the edge, press through your heels, stand up slow, pause, then sit back down with control. That's 1 rep, not flashy, but deeply powerful. We heard from a viewer named Lorraine, 79 from Colorado. She wrote to say that she had trouble getting up without using her hands. That small struggle made her feel fragile. She started doing 5 chair squats every morning, just 5. 3 weeks later, she could do 10 without help. But what surprised her most wasn't the number. It was how much more confident she felt getting out of bed, standing in the kitchen, or stepping into the shower. She said, I stopped feeling like I needed someone to catch me. That's not just a physical change. That's emotional strength. That's a shift from fear to pride, and that shift is at the heart of senior health tips worth holding on to. Doctors now emphasize functional strength over muscle size. You don't need to bulk up. You need to stay steady, mobile, and independent. Chair squats support all 3. According to recent research published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, older adults who perform controlled squats just 3 times a week show improved leg strength and reduced fall risk within 6 weeks. That's one of the most accessible daily habits for longevity you can start at home. It also helps your blood sugar. Movement in large muscles uses glucose even at low intensity. That supports better blood sugar levels, which in turn supports brain health, eye health, and energy, all from a simple sit and stand. There's another side we rarely talk about, the mental one. When you can rise from a chair without thinking, you move through your day with freedom. You're not afraid of losing your balance. You're not worried about needing help. That freedom fuels a sense of independence, and that's what aging well should feel like. George, 84 from Michigan, said that before starting squats, he felt like his world was getting smaller. He hesitated before standing, feared he'd lose his footing, but now he does his chair squats every morning before breakfast. He says it feels like his legs are on his side again. That's real strength, quiet, steady, lasting. So if you felt unsure about your footing or afraid of falling, let this be your place to begin. Start with just 3, even 2. What matters is showing up for yourself daily. These moments build momentum, and momentum is what leads to lasting change. Aging doesn't have to mean losing power. It can mean reclaiming it one careful movement at a time. And among all the senior home remedies out there, this one may just be the simplest and most effective of all. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to impress anyone. You just need to stand up, then sit back down. And with each squat, you'll remind your body, I'm still strong. I'm still capable. I still belong in this world with steadiness and pride. That's the heart of longevity tips that matter. And that's a habit worth building. Shibernaker 3 wall push-ups. More than muscle improves blood flow, posture, breathing. Some exercises go beyond what they seem. Wall push-ups don't look dramatic. They're quiet, simple. But behind each movement is a deep benefit for your heart, lungs, and circulation. This isn't about building big arms. It's about creating space in your chest, strength in your upper body, and a lighter workload for your heart. When you push away from a wall, you activate the muscles in your chest, shoulders, and back. These are the same muscles that support good posture and healthy breathing. They also help move blood more efficiently throughout your body. That means better circulation, more oxygen to your brain, and less strain on your heart. Many older adults don't realize how much posture affects their health. Slouched shoulders don't just make you look smaller, they compress your lungs and restrict blood flow. Wall push-ups gently correct that. They open the chest, they teach your body to stand tall again, and standing tall sends a powerful message: you're not fading, you're still present. The movement is simple. Stand about arm's length from a wall, place your hands flat, shoulder width apart. Slowly lean in by bending your elbows, keeping your back straight. Then press back until your arms are straight again. That's it. It takes less than a minute, but the results stack up quickly when done consistently. Studies have shown that light resistance movements like this help improve vascular elasticity. That's a fancy way of saying your blood vessels become more flexible. As we age, arteries naturally stiffen. That stiffness causes blood pressure to rise. Wall push-ups help prevent that by training your vessels to adapt, respond, and stay elastic. This is one of the most effective doctor tips for older adults looking to manage blood pressure without overexertion. There's also a hidden benefit: deeper breathing. Every time you press away from the wall, your lungs expand more fully. That increase in oxygen can boost energy, support brain function, and improve sleep. It's why breathing is often part of senior nutrition guides and wellness routines. Your body doesn't just need food, it needs air. Fresh, full, healing air. We received a message from Dennis72 from Florida. He had a heart procedure years ago and felt too nervous to do traditional workouts. He started with just 5 wall push-ups while waiting for his tea to steep each morning. By the 3rd week, he was doing 15. But what stood out most was this: he said he could finally take a deep breath without feeling tightness in his chest. He stood taller, walked with more confidence. And during his next visit, his doctor noted a drop in his resting blood pressure. That's the quiet power of consistency. One small movement repeated over time can reshape how your body feels and how it functions. It can help prevent aging diseases by improving circulation and oxygen flow. It builds strength without strain, progress without pain. Many older adults carry the fear that their strength is slipping away, that their body is no longer reliable. But with exercises like wall push-ups, you create new muscle memory. You remind your body that it's still capable of movement, that you still have control, and that control is the foundation of aging gracefully. Advice worth following. No one expects you to train like an athlete. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're taking care of yourself in the smartest, most sustainable way possible. That's what healthy aging truly looks like. Less about extremes, more about intention. Maria, 76, from Oregon, said she started doing wall push-ups before brushing her teeth each night. It became her ritual, her quiet promise to herself. After a month, she noticed she wasn't out of breath while climbing the stairs anymore. She called it her invisible strength, something she could feel even if no one else saw it. And that's exactly what matters. You don't need applause. You don't need equipment. You need a wall, a few minutes, and a decision to keep moving forward. Because every time you lean into that wall and push back, you're building more than muscle. You're building belief. Belief in your breath. Belief in your heart. Belief in your body's ability to grow strong again. One gentle push at a time. Slusher 4 leg raises, the power in your thighs, seated or lying. They activate the largest muscles for better circulation. Your legs carry the weight of your life. And yet with age, they're often the first part of the body to feel heavy, weak, unreliable. but they don't need to stay that way. With just a few minutes a day, leg raises can restore strength, stability, and circulation without ever standing up. This movement looks simple, but inside your body it does something powerful. The muscles in your thighs and calves are the largest in your system. When you activate them, you stimulate better blood flow back to the heart. That's essential for over 60 wellness, because as we age, circulation slows and swelling increases, especially in the lower body. Poor leg circulation doesn't just cause discomfort. It can lead to numbness, pressure, and even dangerous clotting. Leg raises gently reverse that process. Whether you're seated in a chair, lying in bed, or standing by the counter, slowly lifting your legs helps reawaken circulation and reduce pooling. That means less swelling, lower pressure, and healthier veins. And there's more. Leg raises improve your sense of balance. Every lift strengthens the muscles that stabilize you when you stand, turn, or walk. That's why they're one of the most recommended daily habits for longevity. When your legs feel strong beneath you, you move through the world with confidence. This confidence isn't just physical, it changes how you see yourself. We heard from Rita, 80, from Nevada. She said she hadn't walked to the mailbox without holding onto the wall in over a year. She started doing leg raises each morning, just 6 reps per leg while seated. 2 weeks in, she noticed she wasn't gripping the counter as tightly. 3 weeks in, she stood longer at the sink without fatigue. And then she said something we'll never forget. "I stopped feeling fragile." That's when you know it's working. That emotional shift, that quiet inner strength, is why these movements matter. Because natural health for seniors isn't only about numbers, it's about the small victories that restore your independence. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that light-controlled leg exercises help prevent venous insufficiency, a condition where blood struggles to return to the heart. This is especially important for those with sedentary routines or long periods of sitting. Leg raises stimulate your circulation, naturally reducing your need for external support like compression stockings or extra medication. This is one of the most overlooked longevity secrets. You don't need a gym. You don't need to break a sweat. You just need consistency. 3 to 5 minutes, morning or night, in your living room, your kitchen, or even while watching the news. Here's how you do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat. Slowly raise one leg straight in front of you. Hold it for 3 seconds. Lower with control. Switch legs. Start with 5 repetitions per side. Over time, increase to 10. If lying down, the move is the same. Lift one leg off the floor, hold and release. Always move with control. Always breathe deeply. Your legs will respond, and with them, your heart will too. Blood will circulate more freely. Pressure will stabilize. Your body will begin to trust itself again. David, 75, from Pennsylvania, started leg raises after noticing ankle swelling and poor sleep. He didn't expect much, but after a month, his sleep improved. His legs felt lighter, and most of all, he felt steady when walking to the store. He said, "My feet hit the ground like they used to." That's the kind of return leg raises offer. Stability, energy, control. So if you've been looking for something safe, something gentle, something that truly supports senior health, let this be your next step. You don't need to push hard, you just need to begin. Because the strength in your thighs isn't just physical, it's the foundation of your balance, your movement, your freedom. And when you build it back one raise at a time, you're not just improving your legs, you're claiming your life again. Sirui were 5 wall push-ups, revisited strength, posture, and confidence. Not repeated by mistake, this move combines all the benefits. When a movement is simple, safe, and powerful, it deserves a second look. Wall push-ups may seem easy, but for older adults, they hold the key to multiple forms of healing. They aren't just about arms. They're about opening the chest, supporting the lungs, and reducing the heart's burden. Every push against the wall activates the muscles in your chest, shoulders, and upper back. These muscles play a major role in how well your blood circulates. They support posture, they assist your breathing, and they help your heart move blood without straining. That's why this exercise is one of the top doctor tips for older adults and why we're returning to it. Over time, the vessels in your body lose flexibility. That stiffness contributes to high blood pressure and puts extra stress on your heart. Wall push-ups promote vascular elasticity. They teach your vessels to adapt and expand again. That lowers blood pressure naturally and improves energy throughout the day. But wall push-ups also impact posture, something many people underestimate. Poor posture doesn't just change your shape. It compresses your lungs. it narrows your circulation, and it increases the effort it takes just to breathe. When you practice this move daily, your chest begins to open. Your shoulders return to a healthier position, you stand taller, you breathe easier. That's healthy aging from the inside out. Breathing is a healing force. With better posture comes deeper inhalation. Your lungs pull in more oxygen. That oxygen feeds your brain, supports digestion, and sharpens your thinking. And all it takes is one quiet movement, repeated with care. Push against the wall, straighten your body, pause, breathe. That moment of control is doing more than building strength. It's restoring your confidence. Brenda, 77, from Kansas, shared her story last fall. After shoulder surgery, she felt weak and unsure of herself. Her doctor encouraged wall push-ups as part of her recovery. She started slow, just 6 a day. A few weeks later, she was up to 15. But what made her proud wasn't the number. It was the moment she lifted her grocery bags and realized she hadn't needed to stop halfway to rest. That wasn't luck, she said. That was practice paying off. That's the real message here. These aren't exercises made to impress. They're senior health tips made to restore. They take just minutes, but they unlock something much bigger: mobility, freedom, belief in your body again. Consistency is what makes this a signature move for older adults. 10 push-ups in the morning, 10 at night, during a TV commercial, while waiting for your tea. That's all it takes. It becomes a rhythm, a quiet part of your day that works behind the scenes to strengthen your heart and lungs. Harold, 79, from Georgia, wrote to us last winter. After a stroke scare, he feared doing anything physical. But with clearance from his doctor, he tried wall push-ups. It started with fear, but it turned into habit. After 3 weeks, he noticed his breathing was easier. His chest felt stronger, and now he carries his groceries without stopping. I feel like I've grown taller, he said. Like I'm not folding into myself anymore. That's what this is about. Growing taller in your spirit, standing taller in your body, reclaiming control. This exercise isn't a one-time tip. It's one of the most practical and effective senior home remedies for strength, balance, and heart support. No weights, no strain, just you and a wall. It's also a reminder that strength doesn't vanish with age. It just waits for you to come back to it. So if you've ever stood in front of a mirror and wondered where your energy went, start here. A wall, a few breaths, a push. That's how you return to your center. That's how you protect your health. And that's how you embrace aging gracefully, advice that truly works. Not with force, but with focus. Not with pressure, but with presence, one push at a time. You don't have to be in your 30s to feel strong again. You don't need a gym or a personal trainer. You just need a few quiet minutes, a bit of patience, and the belief that your body still wants to work with you. Your heart may not shout, but it still listens. It responds to movement, to oxygen, to intention. Each exercise you saw today isn't just a motion, it's a message, a reminder that you're still here, still capable, and still in control. These are more than tips. They are daily habits for longevity. They support senior health in ways that feel natural, gentle, and kind. That's what it means to age wisely, to live healthy after 50 with grace and strength. If this helped you see aging differently, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. Because you're not just adding years, you're adding life to your years. And that matters. Tell us below, which one of these movements will you try first? Your comment could be the reason someone else starts their journey today.